What is going on, guys? Marc Guberti here. In this video, you are going to learn how to write faster. We're going to go into my routine that allows me to consistently create 1,000 words each day. It's a milestone a lot of writers want because that leads to 30,000 words each month, and you can make a ton of money as a writer if you are writing enough content and publishing it in enough places. So the writing routine, it does not start early in the morning. It actually starts late at night. The reason that a lot of people struggle with writing and they enter this thing called writer's block is because they just don't know what to write about. The issue is that writers have so many different ideas popping in their head at any given moment that they don't know which one to pursue first. So the night before, that is for coming up with more ideas than you will possibly need for the day that is to come. So it's the night before where you want to build what I like to call an idea bank. Simply come up with as many different ideas for writing prompts, articles, more content to add to your book as possible. But don't just stop by listing the ideas. There's a few other things that we need to do during this idea bank period. You also want to create detailed outlines for each of these ideas. So if you want, let's say, 5 tactics to be more productive, you are listing all 5 of the tactics that you want to cover in that article in the outline. Another thing to do if you have some extra time during the night, pick some of those articles and get the intro done. If you get the intro done, you already have momentum. You already know where the article is going. And that's the key for writing 1,000 words every single day. Always know where you are going. You don't want to use the most productive times of your day to figure out where you're supposed to go. You already know in advance because you do all of the planning the night before, and you have more ideas than you could possibly cover tomorrow because let's say you miss a night or something like that, you can still wake up to have some of the extra ideas from your idea bank. Once you wake up, it is the start of the day. We have to start with momentum. The key thing here is momentum. So a lot of people have different rituals for what they do when they wake up. Almost all of us have to go to the bathroom at some point very quickly upon waking up. And that's one of those transitions that we will talk about later on, because knowing the transitions, that is going to come into play. But some people meditate for 15 minutes. Some people just wake up and just relax for 15 minutes. The idea is that we all have a different ritual for what we do when we wake up. And this is a great opportunity to write. So if you set an alarm on your phone, then have your phone set to the writing app that you want to write in. So when you turn off that alarm and you open your phone, you are greeted by Pages or Medium or Notes, depending on which app you want to utilize. And then when you see this app, all you have to do is write 100 words right then and there. It's something that takes 5 to 10 minutes. We're not really going for that much time investment here because it is on the phone and it does take a little longer. We are just going for words and momentum. So once you have those 100 words written, you should do this first thing upon waking up. It is something that can really take just 5 minutes or even less than that once you get this dialed in. But after you have written the words through the mobile app that you've chosen, the next step is to tie in the computer. And when you type on the computer, that's like a transition. Like when you go to the bathroom or whatever you do in the morning that you got to get out of your bed and do what you got to do, that is when you transition over after that to your computer. And that is when you start typing a few hundred extra words. Now, the great thing about this is by the time you get to your computer, you already have 100 words in. And now if you write just another 400 words, which isn't that big of a time investment, we are now talking about 500 words. That brings us halfway to our goal of 1,000 words. Now, if you are feeling really good and you've got the time, by all means, crank out those final 500 words. Sometimes I do everything I mentioned in my routine, but then I say, you know what? I got some time. I'm feeling good about this. And I crank out those last 500 words to hit my total for the day, 1,000. But let's say for this example, we have to stop we type the 100 words on our phone right away. And then from the transition, we go onto our computer, type another 400. We are at 500 words for the day. Now, there are a few different ways that you could proceed with this, but I'll share with you how I proceed with this. So anytime that you have a gap in your day, you're waiting for something, or maybe you are, let's say, calling customer service and you got the music blaring in the background. This is an opportunity where you're not really as productive. You're not really doing as many things. Maybe you're scrolling through your phone, and that is the opportunity where you get in a few extra words for your book. Maybe you get 50 extra words while waiting online for groceries. Maybe if you do end up calling customer service for some product or business, you get an extra 100 words in while you're waiting for someone to pick up the phone. So being more attentive for those pockets of time is going to help you get closer to your 1,000 word goal. And if you are very conscious and you pay more attention to your day and to these moments, you will realize you could probably get in 200 to 300 words here if you play your cards right. Now we have the evening, and any extra words that I did not do throughout the day, the rest of that is committed to the evening. And it's with just a 30-minute writing session at that time that really gets me not just to 1,000 words, but to well beyond that. 1,000 words is just a minimum. If you create a schedule that allows you to achieve bare minimum and you are just scraping by to hit 1,000 words every day, it's not going to be sustainable. You want to create a schedule that you could easily create 1,500 words. Because if you have that schedule in place and then something goes out of whack, you could still very realistically write 1,000 words. It's a whole third of the word count cut off based on what you created your schedule to do for you. So if you want to write 1,000 words per day, think, how do I create a writing schedule where I can sometimes hit 1,500 words? But in the event I cannot hit 1,500 words, I know I could definitely hit 1,000 words each day. This is something that as you write more often, it will build up. One of the best things you could possibly do is memorize the keyboard, because then you could type in a more free flow fashion. And it's all about having the structure. That's why we start at the night before. The more you prepare and the bigger your idea bank becomes, it just gets so much easier to write those 1,000 words. And again, think about why you want to do this. This is daily Medium articles, which can add up to over $100 each month and build up from there, which I talked about in another video. It can mean a book a month. So think about what those 1,000 words per day, what do they do for you if you successfully write those 1,000 words? Keep that motivation in the background. Keep on sharpening your skills. And in no time, you will be writing 1,000 words every single day. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.